At this point, the script that we have was written for a different project, and so it only does numbers in sequential order. We need to be able to distinguish between buildings as well, so we're going to stick our own text. So go to your first contour and then type in text, and select a point, roughly near the label that you've already inserted. Depending on the shape of your footprint, it might be easier to do it, above or below or to the side. Just pick whatever's easiest. You're going to type in your initials, and for us, we're going to put 1 because this is our first building, so that number will change depending on what building you're working on. You want to make sure that the height of the text is also at 0.125, so it'll be the same, and hit OK. So just like everything else, we want to make sure that our label is not too close to the contour edge, because this is something that we'll be inscribing in each piece. We don't want it to accidentally overlap with the edge. So just going to move that a little bit. And then we want to array our new text label across all of our contours. So go ahead and select it and type in array. Our contours are all arrayed in the Y direction, so for X we want 1, for Y we want, for us it's 21, for you it will be whatever number of contours you have, and the Z will also be a 1. Next it will ask you for the spacing. You want to pick a point, either on your contour or on your label, just a point that you can then go to the second contour and select that exact same point. And for some reason it's arrayed us going down. So let's, this is just a preview. We haven't accepted anything yet, so you can go up here and click on the Y spacing. Okay. And we can try this again. So it's going to ask us to set our first point. So we'll pick a point on our first contour, and then our second point on our second contour. There we go. So now that should be arrayed on every contour. If there is a slight difference, it will show up the most in the last contour. So one easy way to check is to scroll up to your last contour, make sure that that is still within the bounds. If that one's inside, then everything else will be inside as well. Just make sure it's not overlapping with your other label, and hit enter to accept. So at this point, this is all you need to do for each individual building. So you'll go back and repeat this process with every building you have. Once you've done all of your buildings, you want to double check, make sure all of your contours are on one layer and all of your text is on a second layer, which you've labeled text. So then you're going to go up and type in export. You want the file type to be a DXF. And give it a name and save it somewhere. Alright, when the second box pops up, usually it's at default, so you want to make sure that the drop-down menu reads R12 lines and arcs, and hit OK. So at this point we're done with Rhino. We're going to move into Illustrator. You're going to go up to File, Place.
First open. You can download this. The RPC has a series of template files, and you can download, if you follow the links into the beam laser cutting, you can download for CS5 and for CS4 template files for laser cutting that already have all the necessary layers set up. So you're just going to open that up, and this is what it looks like when you open it up.
So we're going to go to File, Place, and find the DXF that you exported from Rhino. Make sure that you click the original size. It's very important if we want these pieces to line up with the model that we're having mold. And just something to double check when they come in, there are rulers along the top and side of your artboard. If those rulers are not there, you can hit Control-R, that will bring them up. And just double check to make sure that your building is roughly, or your contour is roughly as large as it should be. As you can see, our contours are arrayed in such a way that they don't all fit on the artboard. Just to make sure that when you save this file and send it to us that all of your contours are there, we'd like you to go ahead and move the contours that are off of the artboard onto the artboard.
but maybe even a little higher up.
Okay, so at this point we want to get all of our information on the correct layers. So you're going to go up to Select, scroll down to Object, and type Text Object. When Rhino does text, it does it as an object. So this should select everything that is supposed to be text that we want to etch into the surface, not actually cut through. So while this is all selected, you want to click on the Etch layer in your layer menu. And then you want to right-click on your numbers, scroll down to the Arrange, and select Send to Current Layer. That will send all of your text objects to the Etch layer, and then they're easy to select as a group. So while you have them all selected, we need to transform them into something else. So you're going to go up to Type and select the Create Outlines. This puts all your text into a format that the machine can read. If you zoom in closely, you'll see that it's outlined the text, and that is something that the laser cutter can read. So now you want to select your contours. Easy way to do that is just select everything but have the etch on lock, and that way you won't select any of your text, you'll just get all your contours. And again, we're going to move that to the Cut layer. So you're going to select Cut in your menu, and then you're going to right-click on your contours, go to Arrange, Send to Current Layer. So at this point, this file should be theoretically submittable to the RPC. So you're going to save this and send it to Nicolo. He's going to assemble all of our various contours onto as few material boards as possible so that we can get this job printed.
So try fitting individually yours, if you could, onto as few boards as possible. So you do your first building, second building, third building, etc., onto as few boards as possible. So if you could rearrange these so that you know, this is filled right here, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, just try to be efficient with space.
All right, let's
and that's
hope
it.
This worked. As a parting gift from Trish and Nick, a little bit of this.
Whole day. Stop. Oh, stop. Oh, I can't. Oh, stop. I can't breathe. Stop. Oh, no. Oh,
boy,
dear.
I think she's actually hurt.
No, I think she is.
Yeah, she's hurt. She took a hard fall off there. Boy,
Okay.
gosh, I hope she's okay.
Okay, we're going to make sure she is.
Try and check on her and get back to you as soon as we can.
We'll be back right after this. Gee.